Good morning. Welcome to Eldercare Academy. Thank you for joining us. My name is Josie Roberts, and I'm a marketer here at Eldercare. And this is
I'm Sarah Gillerin, and I'm a digital marketer here at Eldercare.
so today we have Trisha. She's from Mutual of Omaha. She's going to be going over the Medicare supplement and hospital indemnity products with us today. And remember, we want this to be a conversation. So ask your questions, find the Q&A box, and we'll make sure they get answered. So at this point, I think we're ready. Trish?
Thanks, ladies. Yes, good morning. My name is Trisha Main. I'm a sales manager here at Mutual of Omaha. I work in our senior health division, so I manage our Medicare supplements, our dental, and our brand new hospital indemnity. I am going to touch very briefly on all three of those this morning, just to make sure you have all of the information that you need coming from me. And then, yes, if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. And then, best practice that I usually use is we'll just answer those questions at the end. That way I can get through all of the material and then we can have a discussion at the end. So with that, I will hop right in here.
All right.
All right. So I want to start with a few points about Mutual of Omaha. We were founded in 1909, which gives us coming up on 120 years of experience supporting policyholders and partners like you all. We're extremely proud of our strong financial foundation, including our A+ rating with AM Best. That rating reflects our ability to meet and exceed future obligations for you all. And today, Mutual of Omaha is the second largest Medicare supplement provider in the United States. Additionally, Mutual of Omaha issued our first MedSupp policy 60 years ago in 1966. We've truly been here from the beginning. That's actually the same year Medicare benefits began. So we've been doing this from the very start. One of the biggest reasons brokers choose to do business with Mutual is because we're easy to do business with, and we like to brag about that. You have direct access to underwriting. You can call or email our underwriting team directly. We offer a pre-screen process, so if you have a customer where you're not sure if the application will be approved, you can always submit their tentative information to us, and we could give you a projected outcome prior to submitting that formal application. We don't charge policy fees on MedSupp, dental, or hospital indemnity applications. And then we offer a 12-month rate guarantee. So those customers are only going to be receiving their rate reconsideration every year on the anniversary of their coverage. Outside of that, they're going to be locked into that rate. Medicare Supplement is a key product and focus for us. We lend a lot of resources to this product. Our leadership team and members on my team have over 100 years of experience collectively in Medicare Supplement. We're very well versed in this field. Our mission is to help seniors feel confident and empowered to live their healthiest and best lives. While doing that, we do also really want to support our brokers in providing an exceptional broker experience, which if you're familiar with Mutual of Omaha, you hear us talk about our EBE or exceptional broker experience quite a bit. So that is on the forefront of our minds as we go into each workday supporting our broker and customer distribution. We are also very active in claims management. So we work very diligently to reduce overpayments on claims so that we can reduce that fraud, waste, and abuse and paying claims that are fraudulent. And to add, so 99% of our MedSupp claims are auto adjudicated and paid within 24 hours. So you're not going to receive a lot of feedback from your customers about claims needing to be paid. It's a very seamless, smooth process that we have, and those are taken care of almost immediately in almost all cases. Additionally, our underwriting team issues a little over 80% of our underwritten business with auto decision. And that's about within 120 seconds. So it's likely you'll be sitting with your customer when you submit that underwritten application and you're able to deliver that decision to them while you're in that first appointment. This is going to eliminate a lot of follow-up appointments, a lot of follow-up phone calls. You're going to be able to give them that full service in one meeting and they're going to walk out with everything that they need. So to dive into product knowledge here, I'm going to touch on Supp here really quick. There are some benefits of writing Medicare supplement business specifically. Your customers' out-of-pocket costs are going to be low. They're going to know, they're going to be able to expect and know what their out-of-pocket cost is going to be on a supplemental plan. We follow all of Medicare's guidelines, so there's no network. Medicare's network is our network. They're not going to be bound to a regional network. Wherever they travel within the United States, they're going to be in network as long as Medicare pays. There's no waiting period for pre-existing conditions. Claims are filed electronically for a quick payment, and then there's no need for annual re-enrollment. So when AEP comes around, your Medicare supplement customers are going to maintain their coverage, and you're not needing to rewrite them because there's no re-enrollment as long as they're paying their premiums. Customer has coverage across the US. Like I said, we're not bound to a network. So if they live in Nebraska and they travel to Florida for the winter, they're going to have that coverage wherever they go. Additionally, something that I think some agents forget about is we don't require AHIP or any sort of product training to sell Medicare supplement business. You simply need to be contracted with Mutual of Omaha and have a health license in the state that you're writing, and you're ready to roll. This is our Supp footprint. So this is our plan and household discount availability map. This map provides what underwriting company is in what state. If you're not familiar with our underwriting companies, we have 5 of them, but externally to your customer, it's all Mutual of Omaha. But you might see names like United of Omaha, Omaha Insurance Company, United World when you're looking up rates. Those are all Mutual of Omaha sister companies under the Mutual of Omaha umbrella. This is specifically for Medicare supplement. Our hospital indemnity and our dental are both truly Mutual of Omaha. You'll see percentages here on this map. That is our household discount percentage by state. Wide majority of these household discounts are at 12%. You'll see a few at the 7%. There are a handful that don't offer a household discount in the state, and then we've got North Dakota at 10%. Here are those specific states that have a 7%, and then states where household discount is not applicable. But outside of that, they're all 12%. The rules for the 12% household discount qualification rules are the customer simply needs to reside with another adult over the age of 60 or reside with their spouse or civil union partner of any age. They don't have to be 60, and they'll qualify for that. So both individuals in the home don't have to have a Medicare supplement policy with Mutual to qualify. Simply need to reside with their spouse or another adult over the age of 60 to qualify. Value-added benefits. So we understand that your customers are looking for more than just health insurance coverage. So these are the additional value-added benefits that come with their Medicare supplement policy. So the first one we have is iMed, which is a discount program for eye exams, glasses, and contacts. Amplifon is a discount on hearing tests and other hearing services. Garmin, we offer a 20% discount on Garmin fitness trackers and smartwatches. Eldercare, which is voice activated in-home medical alert system. This allows seniors to maintain their independence and live at home longer, but also giving the circle of care the availability to monitor them and make sure that they're okay. We have Script Save RX, which is a discount program on prescription drugs and medication management tools. This is just an app that they would download. This is also available for our dental customers as well. It's an app that you will download, and you can search up your prescription. And if the discount is better than what their prescription coverage is covering, you can use this. They can use this in lieu of their prescription coverage, and in many cases, they'll get a better rate on their medications. Another value added benefit we offer, which is very popular, is our Mutually Well. So, Mutually Well is a fitness and wellness program that provides your policyholders with discounts on healthy living resources like massage therapy, chiropractic services, nutritional programs. Our Mutually Well is run by Tivity Health, which is the same organization that runs Silver Sneakers, which you might be familiar with. But this is specific to Mutual of Omaha. We have our own program, and it's called Mutually Well. There's an optional gym membership that customers can opt into. It is $29.99 a month plus tax. And policyholders can access over 10,000 fitness locations across the country. There's no enrollment fee. They can start and stop it whenever they want, no contract. So if they want to take it for a month, take 2 months off, reactivate it for another month, they can definitely do so. Again, this travels with them. So if they're going south for the winter, they can search up fitness locations in that zip code. And this is all on the Mutually Well app. And visit those fitness locations. Members do also have access to over 30,000 live and on-demand classes within the app itself as well if they don't want to go to the gym. So a lot of free material on the app as well, as far as, healthy living articles, recipes. They can set fitness goals. So even if they don't get the gym membership itself, there's a ton of discounts and free material on the Mutually Well app itself. Program availability. So in a majority of states, you can discuss Mutually Well, iMed, and Amplifon prior to the sale of the Medicare supplement policy. So you can use these as a selling point to sell Mutual's Medicare supplement. There are those 7 states that it can't be discussed pre-sale. Outside of that, you can discuss these 3 items. Transitioning over to our dental product. So this is a very popular dental plan within the industry here. So I'm particularly excited to talk to you guys about this one. So real high level overview of the plan. It's $19 to $99. So it's not just a senior health product. This is an excellent product to cross sell with life insurance, other ancillaries, long-term care, critical illness. This is an excellent cross sell to increase your book and really hone in on making sure all of your clients have everything that they need. So this is an easy plan to cross-sell. We offer 2 plans. So we have the preferred and the protection, which I'll go over. And then these are zip code rated. So it's not based on age, gender, any of those demographics. It's by zip code. Starting off with calendar year deductible. So you'll see that the preferred plan is a little bit more robust than the protection. As far as calendar year deductible on the preferred plan, it's $0 for preventive services. And then if they end up getting basic or major services, it's a $50 deductible. And then on the protection plan, it's $100 for all services combined. For preventive and basic services, we cover 100% on both plans for preventive services. Basic services are covered at 80% on the preferred plan and 50% on the protection plan. Major services on both plans. This is really one of the key pieces here that makes this plan so popular within our distribution is we cover all services on day 1. There's no waiting period for services to begin. So we cover major services at 20% on both plans, and then after 12 months, it bumps up to 50%. Another really key piece to these plans is our calendar year benefit. So we offer up to $5,000 on both plans. And as you can see here, it's a tiered system. So depending on what their budget looks like, their needs, you can really plan this out if they want $1,500, $3,000, or $5,000. I will say, since the premium difference is so incremental between the $1,500 and the $5,000 is the most popular plan that we offer. And even on the protection plan, it might even be a difference of a couple of dollars in premium between the $1,500 and the $5,000. Lifetime max benefit for implants. So on the preferred plan, it's up to $3,000, and then on the protection plan, it's key piece to selling this product is network. So we are in a PPO network. It is the Dentamax Plus network. It has over 406,000 in-network dental providers. It's in association with Dentamax, United Concordia, and Connection Dental. Those 3 networks are under the Dentamax Plus umbrella. If they do visit an in-network dentist, they are going to receive lower out-of-pocket costs depending on the state and service. We have negotiated rates that range from 5% up to 55% when they visit that in-network dentist. We do understand, though, that not all dentists are going to be in network. So even if they do visit an out-of-network dentist, they're still going to receive coverage in some capacity. So on the preferred plan, charges are paid at the 80th percentile of the average cost of service. The customer may then receive a bill from the dental provider to pay the difference. And then on the protection plan, we will pay what the in-network discounted fee schedule would have been, and then again, their balance billed. So regardless of whether the dentist is in or out of network, it makes sense to secure the coverage because they still are going to receive benefits for services rendered. In addition, we offer an optional vision rider on the dental plan itself. It's only on the dental. This is not standalone coverage. It is a rider on the dental plan. So our vision benefit will pay up to $50 every year for one eye exam, and then up to $150 every 2 years for glasses or contacts. The cost is $8.28 a month. This is a reimbursement program, so there's no network associated with it. They would pay up front at the optometrist, and then you would submit a reimbursement to us, and then we will reimburse. Another really neat feature that we implemented here recently, about year and a half ago or so, is the multi-product discount. So basically, when you take a Mutual of Omaha Supp policy, if they also sign up for our dental policy at the time of that Supp app or within 30 days, they're going to receive that multi-line discount of 15% on the dental coverage. So essentially, you're going to be offering a 12% household discount on the Supp, and then they're also going to receive 15% on that dental. And this is an excellent tool for agents to use to incentivize their customers to kind of take that coverage right away rather than thinking about it and maybe forgetting about it down the line. So this is a really great tool that our agents have used to secure that additional cross-sell and get that coverage on the books as well, in addition to their Supp policy. This is our footprint. So we are across the board with our dental plans in every state except New York and Massachusetts. The Vision Rider is available in all states except Washington and Maryland. And then we also offer our multi-product discount in all states except Washington and Alaska. So we are across the board with our dental plans in addition to our Supp plans. All right, moving into our hospital protection plan. So a little bit of background on that. We launched this hospital protection plan, our hospital indemnity plan, August 15th of last summer. So this is still in its inception. We're still getting the word out on this plan. So I'm excited to go through some of the high level details here on the plan. We can definitely take a deeper dive offline if you are more intrigued with the ins and outs of all of the riders, because you'll see that we have several riders that you can add into here. It's a very customizable plan. It's really taken off with our distribution. So just hopping in here. So quick high level overview. So our hospital indemnity issue ages are 18 to 85. Again, this is not just a senior health product. It's a great cross-sell product. And individuals who would be great candidates for our hospital indemnity plan. That demographic is still such an underserviced demographic, and there's so much potential out there in the hospital demographic that need this coverage. So again, 18 to 85. Guaranteed issue ages are 64 to 74. It's automated underwriting. So again, you're going to have a decision right away. Supp, dental, and hospital indemnity, we're likely going to offer you a decision right there in that first meeting, so you can wrap it all up in one visit. We offer a household discount, which I'll go over. It is guaranteed renewable. So as long as they're paying their premiums, the coverage is going to stay in force. no client ID card. Since we pay a check to the customer for their plan, there's no need for an ID card since we send them a check directly. Again, no policy fee, no app fee, no waiting period for the coverage to start. And then we have a 6-month look back period for pre-existing conditions. Looking at the base plan itself. So if you are writing the app, we have to start with the base option. So do they want a daily benefit or do they want a lump sum amount? Our daily benefit goes up to $10,000, and then they can choose between 3 to 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, or 31 days. And then the lump sum benefit goes up to $3,000 on that base benefit. In addition, this is also built into the base benefits. So these aren't add-ons, they're included in the premium. We have a few items here. So starting with observation stay, base plan pays for 100% of the daily benefit amount selected for the lesser of 5 days or the base hospital option selected. Next built in is an inpatient mental or nervous disorder benefit that pays $175 a day up to 7 days per calendar year. And I do want to note when I say calendar year, that means January 1 through December 31, and then benefits start over. Last one, but certainly not least, a very popular item here. So again, built into the base benefit, we're not charging extra premium for this. We offer pet boarding. This pays $75 per day up to 14 days per calendar year. And this is when the insured is hospital confined and they need temporary boarding with a licensed facility for their pet. If you do the quick math there, that's a little over $1,000 benefit. So if you've got a customer who has a pet and they exercise this alone is on average going to cover an entire year's premium for that hospital indemnity plan. Value adds. So same value adds, except for the mutually well on the hospital indemnity plans. So if your customer is taking a HIP plan with us, they're going to still receive the iMed discount, the Amplifon discount, Garmin, Allocare, and ScriptSave RX. Onto the riders. And like I said, we can take a deeper dive into this. If you have a question offline, you can email me directly and we can go more in depth about it. But one of the reasons we've been so popular in this space is that it's such a customizable plan. So we offer 9 riders here. I'll just go through them here really quick. The guaranteed purchase option, you can increase the benefit by 15% 5 times over the life of the policy or prior to the customer turning 85. So basically they can increase their benefits without additional underwriting, and the premium will remain at their issued age. So if they take it out when they're 64 and when they're 70, they want to increase the benefit, it's going to be based off of age 64 without additional underwriting. Lump sum cancer benefit, this is an option up to $25,000 for a first-time cancer diagnosis. There is 3 underwriting questions on this rider, which I will show you, but it is a first ever cancer diagnosis. There is an additional $600 benefit for melanoma. So if both of those benefits are paid out, the rider will end at that point. Prescription drug rider, we have an option for either $250 or $500 for reimbursement on generic and name brand drugs. They can choose between the $250 and $500. Once we've satisfied that reimbursement up to whichever they choose, that satisfies it for the year. January 1, the benefit starts over again. I do like to note that this is not prescription drug coverage. This is simply a reimbursement. But with that, you're not required to complete AHIP or any sort of additional product training to be able to sell that rider. Skilled nursing facility, we will cover up to 100 days in a skilled nursing facility. They can choose days 1 through 20, 21 through 100, or days 1 through 100 on that rider. Home health care rider, so this is going to cover 30 home health care days per calendar year. Once the customer leaves the hospital or skilled nursing facility and they return home, they can receive healthcare in the home. This does require 2 days of a hospital stay or skilled nursing facility stay, and they do need to start those visits within 30 days. Otherwise, the benefit period starts over. Ambulance and emergency care benefit rider, these pay out 4 times per calendar year. Outpatient surgical rider, we will pay for 2 outpatient surgeries per calendar year. January 1, that benefit resets. Outpatient therapy rider, this pays for outpatient therapy in an outpatient setting, not in a home setting. It does require 2 days of a hospital stay, and then it does need to begin within 30 days. There is an additional chiropractic benefit on that, which we will cover 5 days per calendar year for chiropractic visits. And then major diagnostic tests, we will cover 2 diagnostic tests per calendar year with that rider as well. So outside of our guaranteed issue window, which is 64 to 74, we have a whopping 2 underwriting questions on this application for it to be underwritten. The first question is, within the past 5 years, have you been advised by a medical professional to have any medical test, treatment, therapy, or surgery that's not yet been performed? And then, do you have any pending test results? Outside of those 2 questions, that is it as far as underwriting. We do run a farm check on these customers as well.
Okay, what about for the riders? Is there any underwriting for those or?
Just the cancer rider. So here are the questions on the cancer rider. Within the past 5 years, have you been tested to determine if cancer is present? If yes, are the results still pending, or have the results indicated that you require further treatment or evaluation? Have you been diagnosed with, treated for, or currently seeking treatment for cancer? That would be the knockout question, since it is a first ever cancer diagnosis. There's no look back on the cancer rider. So if you do have a client, just full transparency, if you have a client who has had cancer in the past, they wouldn't qualify for this rider. So I wouldn't apply for it. Have you been recommended to receive a colonoscopy, mammogram, or lung CT scan or other test as part of routine screening, but not been completed? And I always like to note on this question, it doesn't mean that we don't want them to have those procedures. We encourage the colonoscopy, mammogram, lung CT scan. We're simply asking if it's been recommended but not been completed yet. Household discount. So we offer the 7% household discount, and this follows the regular 7% household discount rules. So both individuals in the home would need to have a hospital indemnity policy in force with Mutual of Omaha specifically for them to both qualify for that household discount. If for some reason only one person in the home has the coverage, they wouldn't qualify for that 7%. But if a second person in the home later on obtains that hospital indemnity coverage, we would then put that 7% on both of those policies at that time. Premium structure. So these are unisex rates, and it's based on issue age of the coverage. And then we don't consider tobacco or non-tobacco. Rates do vary by state. That household discount could potentially impact the premium as well. And then again, we don't have that policy fee or app fee. If you're familiar with our premium, our EFT structure for our MedSupp and our dental plans, this runs the same way. So we will take a credit card for initial premium. We can't set up ongoing payments on credit card, but we will certainly set them up on a bank draft. And then renewal premium payments, we set up on EFT. Otherwise, if they want direct billing, they can set that up for quarterly, semi-annual, or annual billing. Quoting. So 2 key ways to quote all of our plans, not just our hospital indemnity. But speaking of hospital indemnity specifically, they can download the mobile quoting app, which I highly suggest. I have it on my phone, and all you have to do is download it. It's Quotes for Sales Professionals, and you can find that in the Apple Store or Google Play. And there's no login needed or anything like that. You can actually quote life, health, and ancillary on there. You'll just choose which product you want to quote. You plug in the information, and it's super quick and easy to get a quote right on the spot. Outside of that, there is the eApp storefront, which for hospital indemnity specifically, you're going to have a better breakdown of rider cost when you go into the eApp storefront. So you'll go into the eApp storefront like you're going to start an application, and you say start eApp, and it's going to prompt you to quote. So you'll put in your quote there, and like the photo on the right, it's going to show you premium cost by rider. We don't have that built out just yet in our quoting tool since our plan is still so new. We're still working on building out all of those items. But best way to quote the hospital indemnity specifically would be in the e-app storefront because it's going to show you price by rider. And then you can go in there and you can play around with benefit amounts on each rider. And it's going to give you a really great way to balance out that premium for what your customer needs. Like I said, it's in SPA. You'll start that e-app and then you'll run a quote. At the end of the quote, it'll ask if you want to proceed to the application or if you want to send the quote to the customer. You can do either of those. But it's when you're in the homepage of SPA, Sales Professional Access, there's a button to click for electronic applications, and it's going to take you right there. And that is for all senior health products. That's our MedSupp, our dental, and our hospital indemnity are all housed right there. And our current footprint for hospital indemnity. So when you launch a product, you've got to get approval in every single state. It is not equal opportunity. So we've been working very hard to get approval in every single state. This is our current state approval. So the dark blue is where we are currently approved. We do have additional states forthcoming this summer, so that's really exciting. Hopefully by the next time I show you this map, it is dark blue across the board. But this is where we're at. We have coverage in a majority of states at this point, which is really great since we just dropped this about 8 months ago. So this is where we're currently at. And then like I said, we've got about 2 or 3 more states coming this summer. So hopefully in the next couple of months, you'll see those as well. Just taking a look at the marketing perspective here. So we've got a couple of programs. We've got broker bonus for MedSupp. So we're offering $250 right now for underwritten business. There's a 5-app minimum threshold, but we've increased that from $150 to $250 on that underwritten business with no cap, $30 on open enrollment business. And then we have a cash wraps for hospital indemnity, which I don't know any other carriers that are doing this right now. Runs through the end of May. We'll pay you $30 per issued HIP policy. No minimum threshold, and you can earn up to $2,000 on that program. I'm speeding up here so that we're not running out of time. Agent incentive trip to Prague. So we have a celebration trip that we run each year. This year, we just went to Rome about a month ago. It was an amazing experience. And then next year, we're going to Prague. It's 275,000 production credits. You earn 1 production credit for every dollar of new business premium, annual new business premium. 1 point for dental and MedSupp. And right now we have double points on hospital indemnity through the end of September. So it's a really great opportunity to not only make cash on those hospital indemnity plans, but also get double credits for our celebration trip. Sales support. So sales support is going to be your first line of defense. 30-second average speed to answer on the phones, 1 hour turnaround time on emails. This is an amazing group of very knowledgeable individuals who love to help our broker distribution. So keep this information if you have any questions. We don't want to keep you on the phone. We want to keep you out helping your customers, doing what's valuable to you in building your business. And then here's my information if you'd like to reach out to me directly. My name is Trisha Main. And then my account executive, Jenna Kruger. She works internally. She doesn't travel as much as I do. So she's also an amazing resource. And she'll get back to you really quickly as well. So that is the information that I had. I'm sorry. It looks like we went over 3 minutes. So.
That's okay. Thank you very much. That was some good information. And we do have a few questions that came through.
Oh, perfect.
Steven said he loves the no policy fees. And then Anthony, this is from, I think, the MedSupp section. He asked, what is the % increase of premium over the last 3 years?
In what state? Is there a state or nationally?
I don't know the state, but I would just consider nationally.
Okay. So rate increases have been higher than normal, and we've seen that across all carriers. If they're not taking appropriate increases, then it's likely that their loss ratios are going to be unbalanced, and that's very harmful in the long run. So I would say in the last 3 years, particularly 2024, 2025, we have had higher than normal rate increases, but this is what keeps us in business. this is what keeps us competitive. This is what keeps our loss ratios down so that we don't have to pull out of the market, and we can maintain that coverage for their customers. Historically, rate increases average around 12%. We saw it a bit higher in the last couple of years, but we've positioned ourselves now that we're going to see us going back to more historical rate increases, since we got ahead of that curve. Yeah. Yep. And you'll likely see other carriers either taking their increases now if they haven't in the past to make up for lost time, or also going back. So.
And then he also asked if he can check their prescriptions for what the discount would be using the script save RX.
For sure. For sure. Yep. He can, let me see here. So I have Mutual's dental coverage, myself and my son. So I have the app as well. I don't believe there may be a login. I can get you the login though. It's just an across the board code that you would send in for, that you would put in for all customers alike. But yeah, you can log into there and, see what the discounts would be.
And then Stephen asked about the household discount. If one spouse passes away at some point with the household discount applied, will they keep the discount after that?
If they report it to us, I don't know. That's actually a really great question. I don't know if it's grandfathered in at that point. But we wouldn't have any way of knowing that their spouse passed away, so we wouldn't just revoke it from them after that happened unless it was reported to us. But it's likely that it's grandfathered in. I'll double check on that and get back to you.
Okay. Looks like Steve also is asking if a rate change had been approved by the state, does it get implemented immediately at the anniversary, or how many times can a member expect a rate change in a year?
That's a great question. So if we get an approval for a rate increase in May, for example, but their customer's anniversary is September 1, they're not going to see that rate increase until September 1. So they'll only ever receive one rate increase, and it's going to be on their anniversary. Good. Yeah, we don't implement it as soon as it comes in. It's always on their anniversary.
That's really good. Well, I have a question pertaining to the hospital indemnity. You caught my attention when you mentioned the $10,000 benefit, and that's for anyone, or is that a certain age group where the benefit amount goes that high?
On which rider in particular?
Well, not the rider. It was before the riders you mentioned.
Oh, on the base benefit?
Yes.
Let's go back to that page so I can.
I should have asked you in that moment, but
it's okay. I told you to wait, so that's on me. All right, let's see here. This one?
Yes, it was this screen, and you mentioned up to 10,000 somewhere.
Sorry, no, it's up to $1,000 for a daily benefit, and then they can choose up to 31 days.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
10,000 would be wonderful.
Well, there is another company that offers that. That's why I kind of piqued my interest when I thought I heard you say that. But thank you for the clarification. I did have a list of questions. You did a very good job at answering those in just your presentation. What about the underwriting? You said that 80% was instant underwriting. What about the other 20% that if they weren't approved, is there a way to appeal that decision, or what steps would they have to take to get a second look at that?
So it's not necessarily that it's denied. Sometimes an underwritten policy has to get kicked to a live set of eyes. So outside of that, I think it's the exact number is like 83%, 84, somewhere around there. So that other swath of underwritten business, it simply just gets kicked to an underwriter so a human can look at it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's declined. It just means maybe we need a phone interview. Maybe they have a follow-up question, anything of that nature.
Well, that's good. That's all I have.
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
It looks like that was it. And if anyone isn't contracted already, a marketer will reach out to you after this so that you can ask any questions you have. And if you want to get contracted, we can start that process. But thank you very much, Trisha. This has been really great information, and I hope everybody has a great day.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks, Trisha.
and please take my information, all of the agents online here, take my information, reach out to me directly. We want to help you be successful. So please reach out.
All righty.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.